you got tomorrow? Mist versus Phantom.
I'm going Mist all the way. They have one of my, I mean, it's hard because the Phantom have a Valkyrie and Tiffany Hayes, and the Mist have a Valkyrie in Veronica Burton. But, uh, you know, um, I'm gonna go with Stewie and Veronica Burton. I'm going with the Mist. I don't think they're gonna start off that bad again. But it's probably gonna be a fight to the end.
It is.
And each play, the winning team gets $600,000, 100,000 per player.
I'm going with Mist too. Although Phantom is gonna, they're not gonna.
They were leading most of the season, but yeah, the Mist are right behind them. But I'm not going against Stewie.
Yeah.
So.
They're calling it Stew York. Stew.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm taking it back to the old school, cause I'm an old school, I'm so cool. If you wanna get down, I'ma show you the way. There it is, let me hear you say.
Welcome everyone. You've reached the discussions from the East Coast to the West Coast, and I'm Grandma Mo.
And I'm Lisa DCT.
So, Unrivaled had their championship game last night. And what a game it was. I mean, it didn't end the way a lot of people wanted, but I think it was going to end that way. I mean, the Mist only had to make one more shot for like 5 possessions.
Yeah.
And then the Phantom, they didn't have the right lineup in there. They didn't have anybody tall enough to guard Stewie.
Area
And I thought, uh-oh. And a lot of the Mist plays were pick and rolls to Stewie and they just didn't have anybody tall enough to guard her. I don't know why they didn't keep Iriafin in.
I don't know why either, because that whole thing could have ended. I mean, they were so close. They were, first
They were
of
making
all,
a run, that's for sure.
hats off to Plum Dog
Oh, yeah.
for her epic night. And she scored 40. But they were tied. They were tied in the first. They were tied at the end of the half. So it's like, this one's going to be a nail biter. Something about the
Yeah,
third quarter and Stewie.
the
that
third
she,
quarter they pulled away.
yeah,
There was the third quarter was because first and second quarter exactly tied 24-24 and then 19-19 in the second quarter. And then the final quarter was 12-12. So
yeah,
the third quarter, the Mist 25-19.
yeah.
That was the difference.
That was the difference. But I kept saying, here they come back in the fourth quarter. And we
Yeah.
were talking before that I don't think any kind of a game in 3-on-3 should end with somebody at the foul line.
Yeah.
Like when they were in New York and Plum, I'm glad they didn't give her that last shot at the foul line and she won the game with a 3. I was
Yeah.
hoping with the same scenario here that it just doesn't, because it just puts a kibosh on everything.
Right.
I think
Right.
people were disappointed.
Yeah, I think they'll probably get just with everything that happened. I think they're going to. That's happened a few times over the season. I think they're probably going to change that.
They should.
Just because they make changes to better the game, and I think they'll probably change that next season. The Mist outshot them in every respect.
They did.
They outshot them from the free throw line. They shot 58% from 3. The Phantom was 52, and then they outshot them field goal wise, 56-47. So they had more assists. Let's see. The Mist had 6 blocks. So it was, it was the Mist game. But I just think that in the fourth quarter, when I didn't see Iriafin in there, I mean, she had 4 fouls, but you had to put someone bigger. They didn't have Boston. You had to, as soon as I saw them go small, and I'm like, oh my God, the Mist are just going to feed Stewie.
They're going to hand it to Stewie.
And, and a lot of the pick and roll stuff was happening in the third quarter that gave them the lead. It was like, ooh, they got to do something about this.
The 2 matches that I enjoyed watching were Burton on Plum.
Yep.
Which we thought she'd do a great job, and she did.
Yeah.
And Hayes on Gray,
Yeah.
who got some questionable calls against her during the course of the day, and then the game, and then of course the big one at the very end where she
Yeah.
found out. Um, but she was all over Gray. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what you needed to do. She held Gray down in scoring. She kept her frustrated the entire night.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's one of the things about the Valkyries is, they're known for defense. And, Veronica Burton, I mean, Kelsey Plum still got 40 points, but Veronica Burton was all over her.
She
And
was.
most of Plum's points were, she didn't get a whole lot driving to the hoop.
No,
She was
they
hitting three
stopped that.
pointers. Like she had what, 4 or 5 3-pointers in the first half.
I
And
know.
one or two of those was over Stewie. I mean, they had switched and she still hit him over, one of the bigs.
I know. I was like, is this a night like Mabry had?
Yeah. Well,
Where
it
she
started
just
out
kept,
that way.
yeah.
It sure did.
I
Yeah.
was like, here we go.
Yeah.
Everything she shot up went in.
Yeah,
Three,
it
she
did.
was like, I was like, wow, she's on fire. It was a battle though. And
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
that's what I wanted. I
Yeah.
just
It
wanted a
was,
different, so that's all,
yeah.
but
But I
what are you
mean,
gonna do?
The Mist they had like 5 opportunities, 5 or 6 opportunities to win the game. And the Mist, I mean, the Phantom were making a run. They were getting closer,
They
but the
were.
chances of the Mist not hitting on one of those was unlikely.
I
So,
know. Yeah, they had just enough edge to eke it out, but like we said, they're gonna have to switch, something so that doesn't happen. Make a new
yeah,
rule or
yeah, it would
whatever.
be nice.
But no surprise that Stewie got MVP. I was
Yeah,
happy for her
yeah,
because she had a great night too,
she did. It's
and
funny that fan thing we talked about before,
yeah,
that the fans were picking the Phantom, but the
yeah,
Phantom had beat them twice during the
they
season too.
they did.
So, but Aaliyah Boston was there. And I think that
Right.
was not having her and Iriafin in the game to offset Stewie was just, I don't know why they took, like, you would have had to have kept Iriafin in the game, especially in the fourth quarter. Stewie was just going to kill you.
I know. That's what I was saying. I was like, why aren't they putting her in? This is a
Yeah.
mismatch. I kept saying mismatch,
Yep.
mismatch. And yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
But yeah, 80, missed 80, Phantom 74, new reigning champ. Kind
Yep.
of like the trophy. I thought that was kind of cool. Not that,
Yeah. And they were like,
who gets
someone
it.
was like, who's going to lift the trophy? And then they were like looking at each other like, oh, okay, who wants, because I think they were assuming it was going to be really heavy or something
Yeah,
because they were all kind of looking at each other. And then finally, Alicia Gray grabs it.
yeah,
She's
you
like, oh,
lift
yeah,
it.
this is no problem.
Yeah, yeah. And Enrique's like, "Where's the bottles?" I started
Yeah.
laughing at that. I'm like, "Oh, she's ready to celebrate."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. It was fun. It was
I mean, it was a great competitive game and back, tied for most of it other than that third quarter and just, really exciting to watch.
I saw, he was there quite a few times during the season. Usain Bolt. I
Oh,
wonder
yeah.
if I wonder if he's thinking of investing because he's been there quite often.
Is he that wealthy? I mean, he was an Olympic
Ye-
winner.
Yeah, I think he is.
Hmm.
That would be kind of
I don't
cool
know.
because he was there quite often. The only other I saw a bunch of players there,
Well, maybe he just
Courtney.
lives in Miami.
He could, or maybe he's got a fiance. Maybe she likes the watching the girls. Did you
Yeah.
see? Now you need to explain something for me. Diana Taurasi is going to be inducted to the Mercury Ring of Honor on
Okay.
August 16th. What the hell is that? Hasn't
It's
she
just
got
like, I
like
mean, UConn has it for their, it's just they put their name up. They do it in football. Like you'll see like the person's name and number on, in the stadium.
I thought she already got all her accolades. I
Well,
was
she
like,
just
wow,
retired. So something like
yeah,
that for the Mercury would be, I'm sure there's going to be some more for her.
yeah. I love Diana
That's
Taurasi. I was just like, what is this ring of everything gotta, you know what I mean? Ring of
Well, it's kind
Fire.
of like a Hall of Fame. I mean,
Yeah,
like they hang in Yukon, they hang them from the rafters
right, right.
thing. So it's the same type of thing, but it's just what they call it.
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, she certainly deserves to be there, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they have one of the best training facilities because of, you know,
They
her.
were one of the first to do it, and other teams are now following suit.
Right.
So I don't
I
know.
think next year, I think next year you'll probably see a lot more road trips for Unrivaled because it's just financially
Oh
a
yeah.
better, yeah, a better investment to.
I imagine that their income, because didn't everybody, was it everybody that made like 250 grand?
For the
All the
win.
players? No, no, no,
Yeah.
for the
Oh,
season.
for the salary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yes, I believe it was. And,
So,
part of,
they made 43 million, so the chance it's very likely that that income next year is going to go even higher.
right.
It could go to 500,000 for everybody.
Right.
And then they have a stake in there, or maybe they'll, because I don't know if I don't think all the players have a stake in the league, do they?
I think they do. I do. For Unrivaled. Renee Montgomery was saying, "Gee, I wonder where we'll go next." And then she goes, "I would pick Connecticut or Tennessee." And I'm like, Connecticut, because there's a lot of UConn alum within the Unrivaled.
Yeah, I mean Connecticut's, and I would love to see them come to San Francisco and come to the Chase Center.
Yeah,
I mean, that would be,
they need a big, like,
yeah,
they couldn't play at Mohegan Sun. It doesn't have enough seats, only 10,000 seats. They need something,
yeah.
much
Well, you could
more
go
to,
to the Hartford Civic Center or
right.
Providence. They're
Yeah,
both close enough.
yeah.
And my dog's joining us here. Big
Hooray.
diva.
Oh, I love it.
I
Come
haven't
on,
fed them
jump.
yet, so it's early in the morning and
No,
they were outside.
hey, look,
So
they're like, Mom, what's the buzz here?
come on, why
Enough
we
of
gotta go?
chit-chatting with this chick. You just did that the other day. Let's get to the grub. Rub a dub
Yeah,
dub. So,
yeah,
all in all, it was great.
yeah.
What do you want to cover next?
Uh-oh. Something just fell over.
I've been left before. I saw the dog go like, what do you want to cover next? Then I'll let you get off.
Well, March Madness.
Okay.
That just started. I watched the Big Ten had their play-in games. So it was Indiana and Nebraska. And it was like that the other day. What game was it? The Phantom were the Breeze and the Mist, where the Breeze were winning the whole time.
Yeah.
Nebraska was winning the whole game. The whole game. And they went ahead. Indiana came all the way back and went ahead like with, I want to say, less than 2 minutes left.
Ah, that
And that
sucks.
was their first lead, and they
Yeah.
ended up winning.
Uh,
And then you had Illinois and Wisconsin, and Illinois played really well. They beat them by, I don't know, 15 or so. So those two games. So it's just whatever I can find on YouTube, because I don't have
yeah.
these conference things, and I don't have these, you can't watch everything. But
I'm not quite sure what I could watch. And I didn't even watch any of Athletics Unlimited. I totally missed that. I thought they were
yeah,
still going. You said it was only a month. I'm like, well, I missed
yeah,
that.
yeah,
You know,
24 games. I know I
these
missed
things,
most of it too. I kept wanting to watch a few games and just go to the WNBA site, and
yeah,
I just there was so much other stuff going on, and but you can watch them, because
yeah,
they're there forever.
yeah,
So you can go to the WNBA site and watch the games.
yeah,
But Caitlin Chen, who's part of the Valkyries, played
yeah,
really well. She won, like, because they were giving out awards. I'm like, oh my God, it's over already. I
yeah,
happened to see
exactly.
some awards. I'm like, oh my God, it's over already. I was hoping to catch some, and
Yeah.
she
That's why
won
when you
like new
said to me,
player.
I'm like, I haven't watched the game. I'm gonna watch it now.
Yeah.
You're like, it's over,
Yeah.
dumbass. What did she? What did
I
she?
didn't add the dumbass.
Yeah.
You
What did she win?
She
Caitlin
won
Chen.
like new player of the season or something.
Oh, good for her.
Like rookie kind of a rookie kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I forget what who won some other. I just happen to notice that because I pay attention to stuff that's has to do with the Valkyries. But
Right.
let's hope we have 5 more days for that CBA to get done, and then it's going to start impacting stuff. But
Right.
it's just because the minute that's done, the first thing that's going to happen is those expansion drafts.
Right.
I mean, think about it. It's March 5th.
Right.
Last year, the Valkyries expansion draft happened in December. So
Right.
they are 3 months
They're
behind that.
way behind. Yeah.
And it's
Plus,
going to disrupt so many teams because 2 players from each team are going in that draft.
right.
And you're like, oh boy, that
Yeah.
could impact a lot of teams. And then you have all these players that are not under contract. Almost all the veterans made their contracts expire last year. So,
Right. Everybody's a free agent.
yeah. So there's going to be a lot of movement. And then I saw, I think it was probably fake news. I hate some of the stuff they put on, but I saw something about Cheryl Reeves retiring.
Really? I didn't
Yeah,
see that.
yesterday I saw something, but it was it was some site. I don't know if it's true or not because you see stuff and you go, oh, that can't be true. And then you look it
Yeah.
up and it isn't. I haven't had time to,
I
let
would
me
think
just
she'd
look
stick
back.
around because of what happened last year.
Well, she's the general manager.
Right.
So let me see. It lists her as the president of the Minnesota Lynx.
If they
She's 4
come,
years younger than me.
yeah, I know. Doesn't that suck? It's even worse when you watch like, the Olympics or something and the kid's like 20. Jesus. Could be my
Yeah. She was
grandson.
born in 66.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. No, it doesn't say anything about her.
Do you know if Fee will be back in time to play, or will she be out the start of the W
I
if
don't
it
know.
comes back? Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
either. Everything's a little hushy
They
hushy.
haven't mentioned anything. Yeah, no, I think that was fake news.
Mm.
I hate this
Just,
fake crap.
just,
Like,
just like Burton. I've asked you about her. Nobody, you don't know. I mean, they're rehabbing. I get it, and they're not giving it all, up. But it's like, wonder how she's doing. Veronica, not Burton.
I was
Not
wondering
Burton.
who you were talking about.
Sorry, not Burton. Uh, oh my God. Got Burton on the mind because she defended last night.
Yeah, she did.
Who went out on your team, your big
Oh,
Valkyries?
Kayla Thornton. I
Thank you,
think Kayla
Thornton.
Thornton, but
Jeez.
she had a major knee injury, and
Right.
I know I had that surgery, and it took like 18 months, but they can
Oh,
do it much faster now. My surgery
right.
was in 99, so that's what 27 years ago. And I didn't have pro, trainers and stuff looking after
You
me.
did.
Like
Gee, you did.
I was just a working person by then.
Yeah, exactly. Here,
Yeah,
hobble. Yeah, I
but
know.
you see them come back in a season. So, she got hurt before the All-Star break. So,
Right.
I would think Kayla Thornton would be back.
Yeah.
Maybe not right at the beginning of the season, but
Yeah,
you know,
this what they're creating, the WNBA, is going to be very interesting to follow in itself because nobody knows where they're going, who's getting drafted, what's going on,
yeah.
crazy. Crazy. I think they'll do something at the last minute, but it'll be a 1 year deal.
And then they have another year to figure out the rest of it.
Right, because
You'd
by
think they would
then,
have done that already.
they don't seem too quick to want to resolve it. A lot of money on the
Yeah.
line.
Well,
It'll
maybe
come.
once they get the CBA done in the draft, we can talk about the draft. But
Okay.
there's also the March Madness will be this weekend.
Yeah.
So if you want to go Monday and we could talk about the stuff that happened over the weekend, because
Yeah.
the conference championships are all from now till Sunday.
Okay.
So
Perfect. I'll
there's that.
catch a game.
It says Cheryl Reeve is not retiring from her role with the Minnesota Lynx.
Fake
Yeah.
news. Oh, Lord. I even hate that term. Anywho, but
It's completely
go.
fake. Well, it said it was an Indiana fever site. So as soon as
I
I
know
saw
the
that, I'm
one
like,
you're
yeah, I don't
talking
think so.
about.
I think I would have
If you
seen that.
if you read down a little further, you'll see somebody puts
All
fake
this
news.
crap on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, in some of the comments. I know, it's
Yeah.
so stupid. Like, why are you putting this? I think they do it just to get views,
And
just to
that's
get people to
exactly
click on it.
clickbait. What are you gonna do? I don't fall for that crap no more.
It's so
Anywho,
stupid.
go feed
No,
your
I don't either.
dogs and go to work, make lots of money, and
Okay.
I'll talk to you on the other side.
Okay.
Have a good one. Bye.